Let's talk foundation. Okay, I don't know what your preference is on foundation, but I'm going to quickly run through and kind of talk about what I like about the foundations. First of all, I'm going to start with our Liquid Touch. This is my very first bottle that I got when I first started. Ladies, I started a little over a year ago, but it only takes 4 to 5 drops. And when you, oh, I'm sorry. This is my first bottle. When I shook it up, I'm like, I have more in there than I thought. This is my first bottle. This is the color Chiffon, and this is what I started with a little over a year ago. When you first open a bottle, you want to squeeze the entire dropper out. See, there's not hardly anything left here. But you want to squeeze the entire dropper out, let it go, don't squeeze it as you stick it back in. Drop it in, and you want to shake. You want to shake, shake, shake. Because this is a serum-based foundation, which makes it so wonderful. But you want to shake it up, and then that'll mix all of that separation together and give you a beautiful, flawless coverage. So ladies, I still have some in here. Did I use it every day? No, I did not, but I used it a lot. But it only takes 4 to 5 drops on a normal day, depending on how much coverage you want. If you want more, add more. This is my second bottle. This has a lot in it. I would probably say 3/4 of a bottle, between half and 3/4. But this is my second bottle, and sometimes as I went through winter, my first color that I started with was just a little bit too dark, so I would mix them, and then I went straight taffeta. And now I'm kind of starting to tan, but I'm still kind of in that in-between, so I still do, I'm back to mixing these together when I use them. Another option, and sorry, the foundation brush is great. It's got this little well in here, so if you want more coverage, you can actually put your Touch concealer in there. I have 2 different ones because I have one for my skin tone when I was darker, which is Chiffon. And then I have one that's in the color Velour because I wanted a little bit lighter than what I was wearing to go underneath more as a highlight and to cover any kind of dark circles if I had any. But you can put that right in the center, and then what that's going to do is give you a heavier coverage on your foundation. I love the Touch because it's got a great coverage but a sheer finish. It goes on liquid, dries to a powder. Ladies, it's amazing. But this is part of our Flawless 4. These 3 products plus the primer is what's considered our Flawless 4. They're amazing. You can also put the foundation on with a powder puff brush. 4 to 5 drops, buff it in. Okay, one of our next options, my favorite's still the foundation brush. You can also use a flat foundation brush, and you would just pat it on. Don't streak it by just pulling it down, but just dab, pat it on. Okay, the other option, is the BB creams. And the BB creams are amazing as well. I've used these just as my daily foundation. This is a moisturizing liquid foundation, very light, but you can get a great coverage by building or adding a powder. And what you can do, let me put these in order here. What you can do is do your color, which right now I'm kind of in between. I actually mix honey and cream. I know it's weird, but I actually mix these 2 together and have a great color match for me. But if, say, bisque is your color, then you can highlight with a honey or even go a shade darker for the caramel and do a contouring, and then come in with the cream, which is the lightest color, and do your highlight. These are amazing. They blend very well together, and you can actually, I put them on with the Beauty Blending Buds. You just dampen them, put it on, and then rinse them out, and then let them dry on top of the canister before you put them back in, and this keeps them nice and clean and dust-free. So that's the BB creams. You can also highlight and contour over the Liquid Touch foundation. These all work great together, so you really cannot screw this up. Believe me, if anybody could, it would be me. Okay, the next option is our cream foundation, another one of my favorites. This is the color Taffeta. Ladies, what's nice about this, it does come with this, but I found out that I like the blending buds a little better just because I have more control than using this pad. But it's got this nice, little lid here, so all the oil from your face that's in your sponges and the dampness, if you're using something wet, does not get on the product. That's pretty nifty, huh? So it's got that nice little shield. Another option is our pressed powder, and this is in the color Chiffon. And there again, it's got this great lid. I'm going to cover it this time to not blind you. And I actually use my powder puff brush, and I'll use this alone and then also as a setting. But I don't use it when my skin's really dry as a foundation. But I have used it as a setting, just especially in the T-zone, if you want to really get that set. But then we came out with the Behold Touch Setting Powder. Ladies, this stuff is awesome. The setting spray is another one that people love, but I've not got my hands on it yet. But this has this nice little mesh net. And what you do is you just take your brush and just tap it on there. Get it, swirl it around, push it in, get it on your brush, and then tap the excess loose, and then put it on your face to set your makeup. So I no longer have to use the pressed powder to set. I use the setting powder, which I love. And for just a quick little time, hopefully it's going to come back out. I'm really hoping and praying it does. This is the Touch Loose Powder, ladies. This stuff is amazing. I got the brush with, it's got the concealer brush on here, which is great to get in the smaller areas. And this brush is so soft, but you just tap it on and just buff this into your skin. Oh, ladies, it's amazing. But I got the color Chiffon because I wanted this during the summertime, and this is so pigmented, ladies, that it goes on darker than what your normal foundation is. So if you are going to use the loose powder, you have to go lighter, but right now they're sold out of every light color. So I'm sorry, we're gonna pray that they come back. But this truly is amazing. If it comes back out, get your hands on it. It is great. Okay, so today I'm going to do our Liquid Touch. Let me put this stuff back. I have a drawer full. If you're in my area, come and play. Oh, another thing that we have is the Minerals Concealer. This is the color Fresh. This is a great powder to set like your under eye area and just give it a little bit of highlight all at the same time. Love those. You can mix them with water. You can use them dry. Again, this stuff you can't really mess up because it goes on so easy. It just, anybody can do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with, make sure I got the right one, yes, Chiffon. And I'm just going to add a couple of drops. I really need just a couple of drops. I've got a new one coming because I'm planning on getting some sun on this face. There we go. I just had to tilt my bottle just right. Okay, I'm going to do 4 drops of the color Chiffon, and then I'm going to come back with one good drop. Okay, I think that was 3 little runny drops of taffeta. So that's all I'm using right there, which is why this lasts forever. And what you want to do is you just want to dot it, and see this redness? See it now because it's going to go away. You just want to dot it on your skin, and you're just patting that in. And some people will actually pat this in, and then they'll come back with a beauty blender and blend it out. It's, ladies, it's just preference, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to cover this area, and then I'm just going to start buffing. And I have a mirror over here instead of using the phone, so I'm going to be looking over here. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. And you just want to buff, buff, buff. Make sure that you're getting the lines that you have. If you have any lines, you want to blend that down because nobody likes a harsh foundation line. Ladies, we're going for a natural look. We are not going for a painted on obvious foundation look. Now if you're going to be on stage or in a pageant, it's something that involves pictures that you need it to really show and get a perfect face. Sure, you go more, but this is life, ladies. This is my life. Okay, my son has joined us. Come in. Come on in. It's what? It's been raining. Okay. Love you. Okay, so I've buffed that in. And again, if you want to go more coverage, just come back and go back over that. I'm going for a light coverage because it's my day off and I don't really desire it today. Okay, but I am going to come back over this with my Touch Concealer. I'm looking for my concealer brush. I don't see it. So I'm just going to use my fingers. I'm going to use the tools that God gave me here. Okay, this is the color Velour. And ladies, you just want to make sure that you're not just like going right under your eye, because there's nothing attractive about that. It's going to look unnatural. So what you want to do is you just want to dab it and then just kind of come down. You want to pull that down, and then that's going to give a great look there. And yes, concealer can go on top of your makeup, and use your ring finger because it's your lightest, and there again we want to not damage our skin over time by pulling really hard, so use your lightest touched finger. Okay, and we're just going to kind of keep dabbing and blending that in. You can also use your beauty blender and see how much difference that makes. It gets all that dark color out there, and I'm just dotting, just dabbing my finger. See how much difference that makes? Just a small dot of concealer makes a huge difference. It's just like it's just lifted that whole side of my face. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just a little dot. This stuff, again, goes a long way. I've had these products for a long time. If you want to save money on products, ladies, and I'm going to just actually go up in the corner here. Join my team. Message me. I'll put my link at the bottom. Message me, ladies, and get makeup cheaper. Get free products. Who doesn't love free? I'm just going to go right here as a highlight. And I do have some great highlighters, but this is in my hand, so they're so versatile. You can use these products in so many ways. See, we've just lifted that up. So now look more even. Okay. I know I make silly faces, but you have to have a good time in life, right? If you just walk around, I walked around in sadness way too much, and I decided, no, I have control of my life. If I'm miserable, it's my own stinking fault, and you don't have to be, ladies. The purpose of the whole flourish on our products is just that freedom of expression, the freedom to be you. And I choose to be you to full on the inside, and I try my darndest to be beautiful on the outside. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just kind of doing a contour and kind of my blush in this Beachfront Bronzer. And I'm going to just go around, I kind of pinch my brush, and I just kind of go around the side of my face. If you want a different bronzer, we actually have, let's probably the Sculpting Trio. It's great too. This has your powders, your creams, and your illuminating powders. Great, great palette there. I'm just going quick and easy. So I'm just doing this as kind of a contouring and a blush. My Beachfront Bronzer is a half and half. It's half matte, half shimmer. My favorite product. I ran out of one of these and I've just started the new one maybe a month ago. Maybe not quite a month ago. But that's how long it lasts, ladies. I use this every day, all the time.